for joining me. In today's tutorial, I'll be talking about everything you need to know about measurements and proportions for drafting a standard basic bodice block. The standard basic bodice block is drafted using three types of measurement. The first group are direct measurement taken on an individual. These include the round bust measurement, the waist, the hip, across the back, chest width, and even back length. These measurements have been discussed extensively in my previous video. The second group of measurements are fixed proportions. I'll be discussing this in the course of drafting the basic bodice block. The third group of measurements are the variable proportions. This emphasis will be placed on these proportions in this video. Variable proportions are calculations obtained based on bust measurement. That is, the proportions given are obtained from one or two calculations from the bust measurement. Thankfully, a table has been provided as a guide for obtaining these proportions. Here on the board, I have different bust sizes. For instance, I have bust 31 and 1/4, bust 32 and 3/4 using the same proportions. And then the second group, bust 33 and to 24 and 1/4, also have the same proportion. Coming down to the third set of measurements, we have bust 34 and 3/4 and bust 35 and 3/4 as well. Then bust 36 and 1/4 and bust 37 and 3/8 have the same proportion, down to bust 45 and 3/8 to bust 47, also making use of the same proportions. That is to say, whenever you want to draft a basic bodice, check on the table of average measurement and proportion, check for the bust size, and then make use of the proportions provided. The proportions include point O. This point O is used when drafting a basic bodice. It is the point at which all measurement begins at the back block of a basic bodice. This is also graded on each bust size. Then we have the back neck width. The back neck width also controls the width of the back neckline. It is also used on the front neckline. We have the depth of the armhole. It is used to determine the depth to which the armhole is drawn on a basic bodice. This is what I mean. If you look at the basic bodice, you see that from the shoulder to the bust, where the armhole is drawn, it is a measurement gotten from the depth of the armhole on the table of proportion and measurement. Then the back up controls the distance between the curve of the armhole and the bust line. Then we have the depth of that. Of course, it is not possible to measure that depth on an individual, so it is gotten from the table of proportions. Then we have the approximate armhole. After drafting a basic bodice, it is important to check the width of the armhole or the length of the armhole. This is done when the top arm measurement, this is done making use of the top arm measurement plus 4.5 inches or 5 inches, and it is checked on the pattern. When it is too small or too large, you can correct it actually before cutting out the pattern. Now, having explained that, what you need to do is, whenever you want to draft a basic bodice, come to the table of proportion, pick the bust size, copy out all the proportions, and then with your actual measurement, you can begin to draft your basic bodice with ease. Now, let's talk about the various bust sizes and their proportions. Bust 31 and 1/4 inches and bust 32 and 3/4 inches have their point O as 3/4 inch. The back neck width is 2.5 inches and the depth of armhole is 8 inches. Back up for this bust measurement is 2 inches and the depth of that is 2 3/8 inches. The approximate armhole for this bust measurement is 15 3/8 inches. Next, we have bust 33 and bust 34 1/4 inches. The point O for this bust size is 1 inch. Then the back neck width is 2.5 inches. Then the depth of armhole 8 inches. Back up 2 inches. Depth of that is 2 3/4 inches, and the approximate armhole is 16 1/8 inches. Coming down, we have bust 34 3/4 inches and bust 35 3/4 inches. Point O for this bust sizes is 1 1/8 inches. The back neck width is 2 3/4 inches. Then the depth of armhole is 8 1/4 inches, and the back up is 2 inches. Then the dart is 2 3/4 inches, and the approximate armhole is 16 1/4 inches. The same applies with all bust sizes. Looking at these sizes, you will discover that the difference between point O for each bust sizes is just 1/4 inch, meaning that you can actually create point O for any bust size. Bust sizes 3 and 4 have the same point O measurement. Then bust sizes 5 and 6 also have the same point O measurement. So meaning that whenever you want to create point O for any bust size, look at the two bust sizes, add 1/4 to the previous one, and it will give you a new point O for another bust size. The back width is the same. Looking at it again, you find out that the difference is also 1/4. So meaning that each bust size, especially two bust sizes, have the same back neck width. The depth of armhole have some similarity with what I have just explained. So all you need to do is study each of these bust sizes, look at the differences, and then come up with a new bust size for the next bust sizes. Always remember to cross-check standard measurement with actual measurement taken on an individual. With this, you are able to compare and use measurements and proportions intelligently. That will be all for today. See you again in my next video.